Hello, good afternoon and welcome to the Results Show. I hope you're safe and well. The stormy weather has had an impact with 8 matches off in the SPFL. This afternoon, 2 Premiership matches have gone ahead as scheduled though, and there are 2 in the Championship. So plenty for Julie Fleeting and Rory Loy to talk about between now and 5:30. Just keep your answers nice and long, folks. Scores, reports, results and reaction to come, but we'll start with the latest from around the grounds with our first stop being Ibrox. Rangers at home to Hibernian, so it's over to Martin Dowden.
Yeah, Rangers 3, Hibernian 0. Things going along rather swimmingly for new manager Philippe Clement. A 3-goal cushion, which could and maybe should be more. It was a fairly open opening from both sides, but Rangers got a vital early breakthrough. Hibs got caught centrally, and Abdallah Sima simply burst away from a defence and produced a very good finish right into the corner for his 6th goal in 6 starts. That's the sort of return Rangers will hope continues. It did later. Hibs survived a handball check for a penalty, but fell further behind when Joe Newell carelessly lost possession to Sima. There was suggestions of a foul. You could accuse both of doing that. Nico Raskin seized on it though, and he sent an accurate 30-yard finish right into the corner just before half-time. 2 perfectly timed goals to make this a positive afternoon for the new manager. John Lundstrom then had another great chance, a gift from Marshall, but he shot tamely from well out with Marshall exposed. Lammers then somehow smashed the inside of the post from close range, but the third did arrive when Dessers danced round Marshall, was denied, but Sima followed up and smashed him home his 2nd of the afternoon. An excellent start so far to Clement's new era, one with a clear intent to attack that home fans seem to be enjoying so far. Rangers 3, Hibernian 0.
Here from Kheredine Idessane, he is watching the only other match in the Premiership this afternoon. Kilmarnock at home to Livingston. Kheredine.
Kilmarnock 3, Livingston 1. In stark contrast to other parts of Scotland, the Ayrshire microclimate brought warm sunshine to Rugby Park this afternoon, and in such relatively benign conditions, the goals have flowed freely. Not uncommon for these two. They averaged 3 per game in last season's encounter. This time around, we've had 3 before half-time, with Kelly well worth a 2-1 interval lead and probably wondering how their advantage was so slender when the ever-reliable Danny Armstrong smashed in after just over a quarter of an hour. His powerful shot deflecting past the helpless Shamal George in goal. One-way traffic ensued for a while. Kelly should have been 2 up inside a minute when a mistake from Mikey Devlin allowed Kyle Vassell a clear passage to goal. Fellow striker Marley Watkins awaited the pass for a tap-in. Vassell delayed. The visiting defence scrambled clear, after which only a fine Shamal save denied Armstrong a second before Livy got level. Corian Dama with the contact on Mo Sangari in the box. Defender Sean Kelly with his 3rd successful penalty of the season to take his overall goal tally to 4. Livy's luck didn't hold out till the break, however, with Armstrong's delivery from a wide free kick perfect for the diving head of captain Kyle. Vassell heading back across goal and into the corner to wrap up an action-packed first 45. Moments after the restart, Marley Watkins nearly smashed one into the top right-hand corner as the home side kept up the pressure. On the hour mark, if you don't succeed, try again, as Kelly got their 3rd. Another wonderful Danny Armstrong cross found Kyle Vassell at the back post. His volley came back off the bar. Kelly recycled it again, and when the second cross came in, Vassell's header nestled perfectly in the top right-hand corner of George's goal. Kilmarnock haven't won in the Premiership since the opening day defeat of Rangers. I fancy that's about to change this afternoon, because with 73 minutes played, it's Kelly 3, Livingston 1.
So just the 2 games in the Premiership this afternoon. Rory, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, David.
We'll get you to do your initiation ceremony afterwards today, if you don't mind. But you're not the only person making a debut today. Philippe Clement, I like my pronunciation. He is
much better than Martin Dowden's, I'll give you that, David.
Well, listen, Martin Dowden's been spending a lot of time with him. He's been at media conference after media conference. I think Martin's probably nailed it better than me, but it looks like the dream start for him today. Yes. Right then, let's drop into the Championship. Couple of games beating the weather in that division. We'll start off at Firhill. Partick Thistle at home to league leaders Dundee United. Andy Bargh is watching that. Good afternoon, Andy.
Afternoon, David. Yeah, United looking every inch the league leaders at the moment, to be honest. They've got this game in the palm of their hand. They're 3-0 up with 10 minutes to go, and they now have the numerical advantage. Adam Muirhead's just been sent off for a 2nd yellow card. He led with the arm and the jump for the ball with Tony Watts. They've been in control for the majority at Dundee United, but out of sight thanks to a couple of magic second half minutes. Craig Sibbald got the opener 12 minutes in. He was left all alone at a corner, found the second ball and thumped it in from around 8 to 10 yards out. The second goal came from Kevin Holt in familiar territory. Around about the hour mark, he raced forward with the ball after winning it on the halfway line, played a 1-2 and then rifled it into the top corner from around 25 yards. It was a wonderful strike, still rising as it went in to Jamie Steadden's top left-hand corner. Really suggest if you can get hold of that. Watching at home, it's one worthy of seeing. And then the third goal just came 2 minutes later. Scott McMahon with the third one. He benefited from some brilliant play down the right from Kai Fotheringham. The cross was deep, nodded down by Louis Moult. McMahon took a touch and fired it low into the net as well. So Dundee United well out of sight here, and they have a fourth. They've just scored another goal from the corner. It's Kevin Holt with another one. He's got a double. Glenn Middleton's corner into the 6-yard area. Nobody in Thistle colours came to head it clear. Jamie Steadden didn't come to claim, and it just bounced in off Kevin Holt's knee towards the back post. Didn't look like he knew too much about it, but he's taking the acclaim from his teammates. And there's United then 4-0 up with just over 5 minutes or so to play.
Right then, let's head on to East End Park. Dunfermline at home to Ayr United in the only other match in the Championship this afternoon. Let's welcome Brian.
Yes, good afternoon to a freezing cold East End Park, David, where it's Dunfermline 0, Ayr United 1, and certainly a deserved lead held by the Honest Men. The only goal so far coming after just 10 minutes. Logan Chalmers with the finish, but a wonderful move down the left-hand side. Mackenzie got to the byline, cut the ball back. The ball eluded the two centre-halves, and then stepped Chalmers to fire home from close range. Anton Dowds then should have made it 2 just a few moments later. The ball saved by the feet of Dennis Mehmet. Mackenzie then had 2 1-on-1 chances. The first one he put past the post. The second one he rounded the goalkeeper, looked certain to score before Aaron Comrie got back to clear the ball with a wonderful clearance. Dunfermline have been better in the second half. O'Halloran set up Muffet. His effort though was blocked, and then Summers had a shot that came back off the base of the post into the path of Jackie Back, who again looked certain to score, only for Ayr United keeper Charlie Albinson to somehow make a quite magnificent save. Dunfermline though, they only have around 10 minutes left to get back into the game in front of a crowd of over 5,000 here at East End Park. As Dunfermline 0, Ayr United 1.
OK, we're going back to the English Premier League now, and we can bring you details of the game involving Newcastle United and Crystal Palace. They come from Eilidh Barbour.
Absolutely brilliant, as they have been for certainly going into that international break. 24 goals in their first 9 games of the season. 4 different goal scorers this afternoon. They carry such a threat down that right-hand side today, with Trippier and Murphy having a big influence. Longstaff today was impressive, both defensively and in attack, and Anthony Gordon with such a welcome return from suspension, marking it with his 3rd goal of the season. Palace have defensively been so solid, but they just could not handle the pace and the movement of Newcastle today, and it really was every bit as comfortable for the home side as the scoreline suggests. The perfect start for Newcastle to this hectic schedule. Next up, Dortmund here on Wednesday, but it finished this afternoon. Newcastle United 4, Crystal Palace 0.
Stay in the top flight in England and bring you details now of Manchester City, the champions, at home to Brighton. Naz Premji was watching that one.
Manchester City 2, Brighton 1. Pep Guardiola's team back to winning ways. Julian Alvarez opened the scoring. A lovely first-time finish from Jeremy Doku's lovely run and cut back from the left-hand side. Then Carlos Baleba, poor back pass. Erling Haaland pounced, darted to the edge of the area, and a beauty of a finish into the bottom corner. Brighton better in the second period. Ansu Fati off the bench got one back. Solly March stretched it off late with an injury. Manuel Akanji got a second yellow in injury time as well. City ended with 10 men but got the win. Manchester City 2, Brighton 1.
We will move on now to today's classified results roundup. Sit back and enjoy. And off we go with the Cinch Premiership. Aberdeen against Dundee, postponed. Kilmarnock 3, Livingston 1. Rangers 4, Hibernian 0. Ross County against St Mirren and St Johnstone versus Motherwell. Both those matches postponed. And tomorrow, Hearts host Celtic. In the Cinch Championship, Airdrieonians 1, Queen's Park 1. Arbroath versus Raith Rovers match postponed. Dunfermline Athletic 0, Ayr United 1. Morton against Inverness, that match was postponed. Partick Thistle 0, Dundee United 5. In League 1, Alloa Athletic 3, Kelty Hearts 1. Annan Athletic 0, Queen of the South 1. Cove Rangers versus Montrose match postponed. Hamilton Academical 1, Edinburgh City 1. Stirling Albion 1, Falkirk 2. And in League 2, Bonnyrigg Rose 3, Clyde 2. East Fife 4, Stranraer 0. Elgin City against Forfar and Stennismuir versus Peterhead. Both those matches postponed. Spartans FC 2, Dumbarton 0. And in the English Premier League, Bournemouth 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Brentford 3, Burnley 0. Chelsea versus Arsenal is a 5:30 kick-off. Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Manchester City 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. Newcastle United 4, Crystal Palace 0. Nottingham Forest 2, Luton Town 2. Sheffield United versus Manchester United is an 8 o'clock kick-off. Aston Villa play West Ham United tomorrow, and then on Monday it's Tottenham Hotspur at home to Fulham. In the Sky Bet Championship, Rotherham United against Ipswich Town match postponed. Blackburn Rovers 1, Cardiff City 0. Bristol City 1, Coventry City 0. Huddersfield Town 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Hull City 1, Southampton 2. Middlesbrough 1, Birmingham City 0. Norwich City 2, Leeds United 3. Preston North End 1, Millwall 1. Stoke City 2, Sunderland 1. Swansea City 1, Leicester City 3. Watford 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. West Bromwich Albion 0, Plymouth Argyle 0. Sky Bet League 1, Bolton Wanderers 2, Northampton Town 1. Burton Albion 4, Bristol Rovers 1. Charlton Athletic 4, Reading 0. Cheltenham Town 1, Cambridge United 0. Exeter City 0, Wigan Athletic 2. Fleetwood Town 0, Lincoln City 1. Leyton Orient 1, Barnsley 1. Oxford United 1, Blackpool 1. Peterborough United 2, Wycombe Wanderers 2. Portsmouth 1, Carlisle United 0. Shrewsbury Town 1, Derby County 0. Stevenage 0, Port Vale 0. And finally today in Sky Bet League 2, Newport County 3, Walsall 3. Tranmere Rovers 1, Doncaster Rovers 2. Accrington Stanley 1, Milton Keynes Dons 0. Barrow 0, AFC Wimbledon 0. Bradford City 1, Wrexham 1. Colchester United 1, Harrogate Town 2. Crawley Town 2, Crewe Alexandra 4. Gillingham 1, Notts County 2. Mansfield Town versus Forest Green Rovers was postponed. Salford City 2, Swindon Town 2. Stockport County 3, Grimsby Town 2. And Sutton United 2, Morecambe 3. Let's have a look at the teams in the table, starting with the Cinch Premiership. Rangers now 4 points behind Celtic after that 4-0 win over Hibernian at Ibrox. Rangers have played a game more. Celtic away to Hearts tomorrow with a chance to reopen that lead to 7 points. If you have a look there, Kilmarnock, by virtue of their 3-1 win over Livingston, are into the top 6, up to 5th place, no less. Livingston drop out there in 7th. Look at that, Hibs down to 9th after today's matches with 9 points from 9 matches. Well, let's have a look at the Championship table. Just a couple of matches on there today. A significant one, though, at the top of the table with Dundee United convincing 5-0 winners away to Partick Thistle. They open up a 4-point lead over Raith Rovers. Their game away to Arbroath was postponed. Airdrieonians there in the top 4 after their 1-1 draw with Queen's Park. Interestingly, at the bottom of the table there, Inverness and Morton were due to play each other today. It was postponed. Ayr United in 6th. Just a point outside the top 4, would you believe? In League 1, here it comes. Falkirk opening up a 2-point lead at the top of the table. They were level on points with Hamilton at the start of play, but Falkirk managed to pick up a win today, while Hamilton could only draw to bottom club Edinburgh City. Still looking for their first win of the season. They are 5 points now adrift of Annan. Finally in Scotland, in League 2, Dumbarton had a wee chance to go to the top of the table today because Peterhead's match was postponed, but Dumbarton actually lost that to Spartans, who draw level on points with them 17 points for both of them. Peterhead 2 points clear at the top of the table. Elgin City remain bottom of the table. Their game was postponed. They're a point behind Clyde. If you see there, they've got 2 games in hand. Let's have a look at the top of the English Premier League. There we go. Normal service is resumed as they say. Man City back to the top of the table after a couple of defeats. They were 2-1 winners against Brighton today. Liverpool in second, 2-0 winners in the Merseyside derby. Tottenham and Arsenal have yet to play this weekend. Spurs play Fulham on Monday. Arsenal play later today. Let's have a look at the foot of the table. Looks like this. Grim reading for Burnley, Bournemouth and Sheffield United. Defeats for Burnley and Bournemouth today. Sheffield United, they play Manchester United later, hoping to add to their tally of just 1 point from 8 games so far. All right, Julie, I'm afraid that's all we have time for this afternoon, folks. Remember, though, the highlight shows tonight and tomorrow night. Tom will hear in a wee while. Johners on duty tomorrow. My thanks to Julie Fleeting and Rory Loy, and to the people who make it happen out of vision. Most of all, to you for watching. Take care. Hopefully we'll see you next week.